Okay, we're going to make some measurements now to make sure that everything in your portrait goes in the right place. So we're going to measure out some proportions. Now the measurements I give you are averages. You know, the average length of a nose, the average width of an eye. But as your portrait moves on through the different processes you're going to learn about, then these might alter and change. But for now, we're just going to make some basic measurements to make sure your face is in proportion. So you're going to need a ruler, you're going to need a pencil, and you're going to have to make sure that your paper is portrait ways round, okay? So kind of, you know, long and thin in front of you, not landscape way round, that would be the other way round. So at the top of the paper, first thing to do is to put your name. Okay, I'll just put my name here. And then we're going to make some measurements going across from the corner of the paper out to the center. And the first measurement I'm going to make, okay, putting my ruler on the 0 at the edge there, is 15 centimeters. And this is going to divide the page in half. So do that and just make a little mark on the paper. I'm going to draw mine quite heavy, so you hopefully can see them. I hope you can see them there. Okay, and what we're going to do next, about halfway down the page, is we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to measure out from 0 on the edge of the paper there, going across, and we're going to measure 15 centimeters. Okay, now once you've done that, take your ruler. Now you must do this very, very, very lightly, because the marks that you're going to make on the paper now eventually have to be rubbed out again. Okay, so if you press hard at this point, you're going to automatically ruin your lovely portrait drawing, because it's forever going to have a line down it. Okay, so very, very lightly, only so you can see it. Now I'm going to draw mine quite heavily, as I said before, just so you can see it on the video clip. Okay, so I'm joining up the two marks I made, and I'm going to go right the way down the page. Okay, and that way that divides my face in two. So if you imagine now, this line eventually is going to be where the middle of the nose is. This is dividing the face exactly in half. Now the next measurement to make, okay, over at the side, okay, so get your ruler and measure down another 15 centimeters on the left hand side, and then go to the right hand side and do exactly the same again and measure down another 15 centimeters. And then you're going to join these up once more. Again, draw this as lightly as you can. Now this mark here is going to show us exactly where the center of the eyes are. So draw this on. I'll draw it quite hard so you can see it. You must obviously draw it very, very lightly. Again, so we can rub that out. So we've got the center of the face, and we've got where the eyes are going to be. Now, next measurements are going to be coming down this center line. So where the lines cross here, that indicates right between your eyes. Okay. Now from that, we're going to measure upwards first. And the first measurement we're going to do is for the forehead. Okay, so from the center of your eyes all the way up to where your hair begins. Now on average, I would say that's about 8 centimeters. Some people are taller than that, some people are shorter than that on their forehead, but about 8 is about an average. And then make a little mark on your paper. I'm pressing it down hard so you can see, but you obviously would do it much, much lighter, just to indicate where that area is. And then finally, could you measure up another 3 centimeters from that last mark? Okay, 1, 2, 3, and that indicates where the very top of your head will be in your portrait. You draw this extremely lightly again, okay, very, very lightly, so you can hardly see it at all. Now, forehead done, top of the head done. We're going to come back down to the center now, and at the center, okay, between the eyes, we're now going to measure downwards about 5 or 6 centimeters. This is for the length of your nose. Now you may have a slightly longer nose than average, you might have a shorter nose than average, so 5 or 6 centimeters should be fine. And then I'll do mine at 6, and we're going to make a little mark there to indicate where the bottom of the nose will eventually be. Measuring down a little bit more, we've got the upper lip, not the lips themselves, but then the bit between the nose and the mouth, okay, your upper lip, and this on average is about 1.5 centimeters, 1.5. Make a little mark there. Now you've got the lips, top lip and then bottom lip we're going to mark out. To make this easy, about 1 centimetre for each one. So this first line, this is going to be the middle of the mouth, and then from there measure down another centimetre, and that should give you the approximate width of your mouth. Now to finish off the mouth, we're actually going to do the length of the mouth as well. Okay, and the length of the mouth is around 5 centimetres. Now because our mouth goes both sides of our face, that means we're going to do 2.5 centimetres one way, whoop, one place, and 2.5 centimetres the other way. Okay, and eventually this will be the length of the mouth. You just need to make some very light marks for that. No need to draw this line in as I'm drawing. This is just to indicate, okay, for your reference, that is the centre of the mouth. And eventually, of course, you're going to have the lips around this area. Okay. Moving on down from the bottom of the bottom lip, we're going to measure down another 3 centimetres, and that will be indicating where your chin will be. Now moving on back up, we're going to go back to the nose, so you should see now where the bottom of the nose is going to be, and we're going to measure 1.5 centimetres either side of that, making a total width of 3 centimetres. 1.5 to there, 1.5 to there, and this is obviously going to be where your nostrils will be in your drawing. So you can now start seeing things appearing on the face. Again, any marks you make, please make very, 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 very light. With that done, we're going to go back all the way up to the centre of the eyes now, where this cross line is, and we're going to start measuring outwards, both sides, to figure out where the eyes are going to go. Now, we'll do the right side first, and I want you to measure out 1.5 centimetres, okay, and then move your ruler along and measure out 3 centimetres there, and then measure out another 2 centimetres. Okay, so this could get a little bit confusing. You have the gap between the eye there, from the centre to where the eye is. This is where your eye is going to go. Okay, if I just draw a basic shape in there, and this will be for the outside of your face. And we'll do the same on the other side. 1.5, and then 3, and then 2. So these are all kind of averages. Again, now you can see where this other eye is going to go. Okay, so that gives you an idea. Now you can kind of see the face appear there. So with all of that done, you will be ready to move on to learning how to draw the eyes and nose, the features of the face. Okay, so now it's your go.